In the NFC, it's Act 3. Dallas and San Fran's third straight championship game meeting marks the third time in league history that's happened. The Niners hope history continues. In the other two title game trilogies, the team that won the first two games lost the third. As Dallas faithful focus on Emmitt Smith's hamstring, the Niners focus on success running the ball, which they've had in the last 4 meetings between the two teams, and keeping Dallas below their normal per-rush game, which they've done over the last 4. The regular season meeting at the Stick was the first major test for the rebuilt 49ers defense. It passed, picking off Troy Aikman 3 times in a 7-point win.
This one is the one that really counts, and this one we've looked forward to all year long. For 7 weeks, I've thought to myself, this is my motivation to have us an opportunity to go back and give them our best shot, and which we didn't last time.
That's a good feeling in January that we're playing our best ball. I didn't want to leave our best football in December, and it's obvious that we brought it into January.
We're going to win Sunday, period. Period. Period.
Hamstring muscle in the Western Hemisphere is hurting tonight, and the guy that it is attached to will be listed as questionable for next Sunday. Emmitt Smith has electrodes attached to that muscle. It's probably a game-time decision on Sunday whether Smith will go on that very wet field at Candlestick Park. The game of the year against the 49ers. Just yesterday, 7 carries and 44 yards into that subjugation of the Packers. Smith re-injuring the muscle. Today, the ritual licking the wound day at Cowboys camp, and Smith's wound was page 1. Questions about whether he will go in the NFC title game.
We've had to overcome a lot of things due to injuries so far this season. Not so much, losing Emmitt for an entire game possibly if he can't go, but or not having him at 100%. But I think everybody feels comfortable that we can go in because we've overcome these situations earlier in the season.
You can't let me down right now. I mean, it's just we've come too far, and we have so much on the line. And he'll do what he has to do to get ready. If we only can use him for a quarter to establish the run, then that's what we got to do.
Today, Emmitt Smith took part in Cowboys practice for the first time since pulling his left hamstring Sunday against the Packers. He wasn't at full speed. He just jogged through plays. Still, Smith continues to vow he will play against the 49ers Sunday in the NFC title game, even if Candlestick is a swamp. In Smith's words, I'm a pretty good mudder. While the mud might not affect Smith, pressure won't come into play for San Francisco 49ers QB Steve Young.
In the NFL, you get used to, I don't know if anyone's driven on the desert and you go as fast as your car will take you. It's usually a lot faster than you're used to driving. For me, 150, as fast as you can go. You go for a while and it becomes normal. And to me, that's what the pressure becomes. It becomes something that if it all of a sudden dropped out and there wasn't any, you'd fall asleep.
It's so big. We don't even need no media hype to make it happen. That's how big it is.
Can you feel it?
Not yet. I can't feel it yet.
There'll come a time, though, this weekend.
I'll probably start feeling it Saturday morning. I start going to the restroom a lot.
By the way, 3 days from now and watching the game, you won't be able to miss Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, whose best friend might just be the TV camera. But you won't be seeing the 49ers brain trust of owner Ed DeBartolo Jr. and President Carmen Policy. You see, the glass over their skybox has already been darkened, so no camera can get in.
With NHL players voting on the ratification of their new contract.
Anyone to forget Jimmy Johnson, because Jerry Jones keeps bringing the Cowboys ex-coach up in conversation. The Dallas owner says his team might not be a win away from a 3rd straight Super Bowl if Johnson was still the head coach. Jones says he believes Johnson would be guilty of, quote, undermining the organization.
Every day, I've got the obligation to do the best things for the future of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no question in my mind. Hiring Barry Switzer, firing Jimmy Johnson, gave us the best chance to win the Super Bowl in 1995.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson is still smiling while he continues to cash Jerry Jones's checks. Also, he continues his new career in broadcasting. Now, with the first of 2 reports on this NFC Championship game, Chris Mortensen has the first, beginning in Irving.
He was only about half speed, but Cowboys running back Emmitt Smith did put on the shoulder pads Thursday for practice. He ran through his game plan assignments. He jogged a little bit. He hit the trainer's room for more treatment. So there is progress.
We got him out of the tub, out on the field, If he's got any chance to play at all, to even start the ball game, he had to come out today to see what our game plan is.
A growing concern is right tackle Larry Allen's sprained left ankle. He couldn't finish practice. Now, guard Nate Newton also is hobbled, but he's getting better, and of course, he's always informative.
We wet in the fields, man. We wet in the area so we can practice for the 49ers field.
Don't laugh. The anticipation of a wet turf Sunday prompted the Cowboys to hose down one end of the practice field so place kicker Chris Bonio could work on his footing for field goals. On the defensive side of the ball, ex-49ers defensive end Charles Haley continues to be a major contributor in preparation for his former team.
His input into the psyche of some of their offensive linemen, things from his practice habits against some of the years that he was there, knowing what pass rush moves are good, what ones don't to work with, and those kinds of things are really a big help.
You throw that timing off and you give us a chance to get to him, then he's going to know, he's going to feel those footsteps around. Sooner or later, he's going to make that mistake and throw a pick or try to run and cause a fumble or something, give up a big play. And I don't care what he does. You know, if we get an opportunity to hit him, you know, like I tell the guys, he's not going down. He's going to run the ball, come up, and try to kill him.
For now, Steve Young is alive and well and practicing with the 49ers in Tempe, Arizona, where our Chris Berman is on the watch.
All right, Mort, thank you. Welcome to the valley of the clouds, drizzle, and finally, after a day and a half, sun. What high stakes we have Sunday. The road to the three-peat for the Cowboys or the finally busting through game for the 49ers. 10 months of work boiled into 60 minutes on Sunday. That being said, is there any more pressure than usual on 49ers quarterback Steve Young? Or will it be like standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona?
If anyone's driven on the desert and you go as fast as your car will take you, usually a lot faster than you're used to driving. You know, for me, 150, you know, as fast as you can go. You go for a while and it becomes normal. And to me, that's what the pressure becomes. It becomes something that if it all of a sudden dropped out and there wasn't any, you'd fall asleep.
The 49ers have played the Cowboys in 5 previous NFC championship games, and they've won only once. That was in 1981, the catch game. But if they're looking for an omen, that year there were torrential rains leading up to the title game in the Bay Area. So that year, like this year, the Niners moved away from the city. They practiced 2 days at Anaheim. It's not because of superstition, or was it the original plan to come here to Arizona? But Coach George Seifert says it's been a good 2 days.
You get your team away and together and develop those relationships, and this is just another form or another opportunity to bond a little bit.
All hands on deck this week for the 49ers. Steve Wallace had the flu, didn't fly in until yesterday, but he worked out today. So as the Niners wing their way back to San Francisco, they leave in good health and in good spirits. At the Cardinals training camp covering the Niners, I'm Chris.
The Cowboys made their way to San Francisco today. They hope to leave with their 3rd straight win over the Niners in NFC championship games. The mystery of Emmitt Smith's status apparently won't be solved until about 4 p.m. Eastern time Sunday.
How's Emmett? Some way and somehow I thought that might be that first one asked. Get it out of the way. It was a type of practice that it was nothing but a jog. So we don't know anything about whether he can run full speed, and we won't know till game day. That's what it's coming the other day. We'll not know whether he can play till Sunday.
He's not talking. He's got that quiet.
We run up here. I ain't got no news for none of y'all.
No?
Damn it, I'm getting ready to go to play, and that's all the news y'all need to know.
No, we're loose. I mean, really, we are. It's fun. I mean, this is the role we like. You know, they're the best. Everyone's written us off. You know, we don't have a chance. I told them, so why don't we just stay at home? You know, we can call off. I can cancel the plane. We can go down to Cowboys Cafe and watch that other game, you know, AFC. Really.
As for the 49ers, they're screwing in the long cleats for Sunday's quagmire at Candlestick. If it's January and there's a playoff game in San Francisco, can the field be far off the lead of the story? Leslie Visser has resisted the urge to buy hip boots so far.
The aptly named city by the bay experienced its 13th day of rain, so the 49ers are still on the road. Because the practice facility here in Santa Clara was so waterlogged, the 49ers had to go up the road to Stanford to get in a practice. As for Candlestick, this was the scene today where an army of groundskeepers has been working round the clock to soak up the extra moisture. Well, one player who hopes the Candlestick isn't a field of streams is running back Ricky Waters, who in his heart knows how big this game is. Do you feel that this is the Super Bowl?
Well, no, it's not the Super Bowl, but it's a very big game to us, a big game to our organization. And I know if Dallas says it's not a big game to them, they're lying. You're lying. But anyway, it's a big game. So we're all pumped up and ready to go. I know they're ready to go. It's what everybody wants to see, big on big. So let's go to it.
Deion Sanders and Michael Irvin aren't the only matchup to watch on Sunday. Offensive lineman Steve Wallace will battle former 49er Charles Haley. And Wallace knows that Haley will try to stop Steve Young by any means possible.
Heck, if I was a defensive player, I'd be saying the same thing. I want to knock his head off. I want to, yank his teeth out and all that stuff. And that's what football is all about. I mean, there's no two ways about it. I mean, that's what it gets down to. You got your two best teams going against each other, and, those guys saying all that, it seems like they're somewhat insecure about something.
After practice, to kind of set the mood for the game on Sunday, linebacker Gary Plummer was handing out T-shirts. Well, I was able to get one of these T-shirts, and trust me, the word on top is not so complimentary. With the 49ers in Santa Clara, I'm Leslie Visser.
And we appreciate you keeping it a family show, Leslie.
Our favorite time of the year, the championship game road schwam here at Cardinals headquarters where the Niners been working out. And to celebrate such momentous occasions, we go to one of the best rock groups ever. Steve Crosby, Steve Dills, Joe Nash, and Steve Young. Remember their album Deja Vu? I think they were thinking about 94 in the playoffs resembling 81, don't you? When the Niners played the Cowboys in 81 and finally won the game on Joe Montana to Dwight Clark on the catch, it shed a decade of frustration because in 70 and 71, John Brody and company were twice beaten by the Cowboys in the championship game. As for the AFC playoffs, it's kind of the same thing, too. San Diego just beat Miami in a momentous playoff game, and now they're going to a cold-weather AFC Central team to play the title game. Back in 81, San Diego in that marvelous overtime game, 41-38 over the Dolphins. They go to the subhumane temperatures at Cincinnati the next week and lose to the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, 27-7. Maybe it's as Yogi says, deja vu all over again. Back to the NFC game. The Cowboys are getting 7.5 from the Niners. Remember, they're the defending champs. We looked it up, and in the past 20 years, only one defending Super Bowl champ ever got more than this in a playoff game. That was 2 years ago. The Skins got 9.5 from the Niners at Candlestick. The Niners won, but did not cover. So then, Dallas hadn't gotten any worse. Are the Niners that much better than the team that beat Dallas 21-14 back in Week 11?
The defense that we have is not going to really shut their offense down completely, but I feel like they can slow them down and give our offense a chance to get on the field and put some points on the board.
We got guys healthier. Bart Oates, as you recall, was hurt the Thursday before that Dallas game. He was out there in a leg cast playing the game. John Taylor's playing much better than he was earlier in the season. Jerry Rice certainly hasn't dropped off at all. Ricky Waters has learned to hit the holes. William Floyd has got 6 games under his belt. So, we're not a worse team. We've got to be a better team.
Even if the 49ers are a better football team, and even if they scored 505 points during the season, they have yet to score over 21 against Dallas in their last 4 meetings. Isn't it about time?
We're talking about the best defense in the NFL. I don't care, you can debate it all you want, talk about the way they play team defense. To me, it's the best in the NFL. It's going to be slick, wet, mucky, all those things. We got to protect the football. And I think when we do that, we'll move the ball pretty well, and now it comes down to 3 or 7. They're a very good team inside the 20. We've been great inside the 20. We need to continue that and put 7 on the board when we get those opportunities.
So let's pick these babies, shall we? Last week, Saturday 2-0, Sunday 0-2. Sunday will never be the same, huh, Spanky and our gang? 3-3 now for the playoffs. Both San Diego and Pittsburgh excel in close games. Boy, the Steelers keep you close, then blow you away at the end. But the ones that go right down to the wire, the Steelers only 2-2 in games decided by a field goal or less. The Chargers have played 6 of them, won 5 of them, including last week against Miami. I don't know that San Diego ever gets in the end zone against Pittsburgh, but John Connie, 6 field goals, Chargers in an upset at Three Rivers, 18-17. There's nobody better in money games than Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith. Troy 7-0 as a playoff starter. Emmett, 8 touchdowns in 4 games against the Niners. But this is the game that Steve Young takes the monkey, the chimp, the baboon, the gibbon, the orangutan, throws them off his back. 2 years ago, the Cowboys got Young and the Niners in this predicament, winning 30-20 in the championship game. Turnaround is fair play, and a pick that will surprise no one. San Francisco 30, Dallas 20, says the Swami. Opportunity only knocks several times. This is the year the Niners and Young knocked the door down.